What is Python? What exactly it is, why we need it, and how to use it, where to use it. Let's understand the details about Python. This is Sai Fanindra from SQL School. I assure you complete practice orientation from scratch, right from the basics. In today's session, we'll understand what is Python and why we need it, for whom it is actually useful. Let's get started now from scratch. Python, part of our course menu, number 9. This Python, number 9, can gel with anyone, everyone, everywhere. Programmers can use Python, data engineers, data analysts, big data developers and architects, anyone, everyone, Python has something to offer. Let's understand now what is Python, a easier, useful platform for big data analytics, a easier, very easy, simple, straightforward platform for big data analytics, software development, cloud scripting, data science, machine learning, automations, and everything with data. Wherever there is data, one side there will be SQL, other side there will be Python. In our classes, we'll be taking from scratch, right from the basics of what is what, from scratch in a careful step-by-step activity. So in our classes, we'll be starting from the very basics, and this would be helpful for ETL analytic operations, participants who are into data analysis and data engineering, participants planning to proceed for data science or other big data related technologies, and participants who would like to go for programming. For everyone we have Python examples in our classes. Next, to make it more simple and straight, this lengthy Python course curriculum that we are going to learn from the very next class, it has something to offer us from data analyst and business analyst perspective, data science, engineers, developers, and programmer activities. What we are going to actually learn here? Let's come to the point. Here it is on my screen now. We'll start from the introduction. What is what? Slowly proceed for installations next. There are different options pertaining to installations. We have something called Anaconda Navigator, Python clients, etc. Once we do the installation, to start our technical journey, we need Python internals. We need to understand few internal components. Then step into variables, operators, data types. Then we'll be learning next level variables with data types. Then we have something called if else, loops, dictionaries. We have something called as lists and functions. Various data types will be learning there called list, set, tuples, etc. From there we have something called loops and dictionaries. We have Python functions and special type of calculation functions called lambda. We'll be learning various classes and inheritance and date type expressions with JSON data. We have something called regular expressions with Python inputs, data formatting operations, file handling, writes, data frames. In data frames, we'll be taking few specific what we call modules, numerical Py or numerical Python, NumPy and Pandas for big data analytics. Then we'll be learning about data cleansing and data frame with additional regular expression activities, multi-threading, data sets with merge activities, the relevant concepts. This is 17.1. Detailed operations with respect to data frame joins and incremental loads, shell and exceptional handling operations, database access with SQL. We'll be using Microsoft SQL in our classes. Same concept you can apply even for Oracle and other databases also, because everywhere it's all about the same driver we'll be using called JDBC driver. We'll be learning about various modules and TK Inker programming activities, tuples, operators, datasets, and so on. So course is bit lengthy with good number of examples in every chapter, every concept. So need your support, on-time practice required. For everyone, first 3 weeks is very much important. Total there are 21 chapters. Out of them, first say 3 weeks until first 17 chapters are very important for everyone. For data engineers, data analysts, business analysts, and data science. From 18th chapter, you have programming concepts like exceptional handling, multi-threading, etc. But good to know by everyone. Good to know always. First 3 weeks focus more. And then you'll be having one project work, part of our classes. This is the overview of our course. Let's step into details now. What is Python? Why we need it? Python is a easier platform, useful platform for analytics, development, scripting, data science, and so on. So we can perform web application creations, ETL analytics, database connections, handling big data, and programming concepts. So everyone can use Python. Now, what are the prerequisites? You would like to get into data platform or data analytics, data engineering, or development and data science. Python is now a must. Learn from some source or the other, but prefer to always have it. Now, our next step. What's the main benefit here? Yes, we have multiple sources online, no doubt. Great sources. With our streamlined learning, provided we practice on time. Okay, let me restate again. If we can practice on time in par with our classes and submit daily assignments, then our carefully curated structured course will definitely help you a lot of dependencies in between. That's why I was requesting you on time practice required. Concept wise notes, examples, task items, I will take care. Provided we practice on time, the things would be really smooth and straight. So let's learn it carefully from scratch, step by step. Monday to Friday classes, because weekends you have other activities to do, like additional task items in reply to your daily submission of assignments. and few additional examples for more practice, more material over weekend activity. So Monday to Friday classes, it would take about 4 to 5 weeks, completely practice oriented. Software. There are total 4 softwares we need to install in our computers, in our classes. Total 4 different items. I'll take care of all the software activities. Make sure you have any OS with 8 gig RAM. 6 gig is just okay. 8 gig RAM better. Online few sources you may see 4 gig RAM is okay. Remember, we are learning for our projects and for our real life job work. So why to compromise? Try to get 6 or 8 gig RAM so that we can have more options, more activities to practice with huge data sets that I am going to provide you in our classes. Next, prerequisites. Literally no prerequisites, but the terminology that we are going to use in our classes, like when we say data types, when we say type conversions, data dictionary, or analytic activities, pandas, and data cleansing, rows, columns, etc. It's good to have prior knowledge of SQL. Any SQL is okay, so that things become super smooth, very simple and straight. In a nutshell, what we are learning from next class, here it is. Right from fundamentals to installations, then comes notebooks, data types, iterator functions, analytics, files, classes, so on. We'll be learning about Python data frames, something called Pandas data frames. We'll be learning about something called regular expressions, exceptional handling activities, and something called range operators, multi-threading, IoT, streaming activities. We'll be learning about scheduling. We'll be learning about the concept of scheduling activities, programming, and project work. Notes, material, assignments, I'll take care. On time practice, I request you to take care, please. With this small introduction, understanding what is Python, what we can do with Python, here let's understand how Python is useful. Here it is. For data platform professionals like database developers, admins, testers, etc. We use Python for customization activities, end user prompts. For example, there is a stored procedure in SQL or a function, and you create a procedure or a function with parameters. Then how do you accept parameter values from end user? We need some platform like Python. Python is a best friend, best mediator between a database and users and applications. The best mediator. Same way for data analysts. Data analysts use Python in two ways. Here it is. We use Python. We means here data analyst use Python for what we call it as custom visualizations in Power BI, especially Power BI, even Tableau also. For example, you have a Power BI or any other analytic platform with you. You would like to do certain modifications or handle big data. We use Python for handling big data analytics, handling big data and perform accurate analytics. I'll show you the Python interface in Power BI in next few moments. Here it is. Let's wait for a few moments and we should be getting one here. Let's wait. This one we are talking about. So Python is everywhere. Don't think it to be like an isolated, separate technology. No, no, not at all. Just like air and water, we have Python and SQL, trust me. Just like air and water, they come everywhere. We need it everywhere. Python and SQL, they come everywhere. We need them everywhere. Some way or the other, we need them, especially for data related professionals. So this is the place where we can play with Python activities. One of our class examples. Next, for data engineers. Here, data engineers, we use Python for ETL, extraction, transformation and loading. Data extraction, transformation and loading activities. We use Python for ETL operations and we use Python for creating something called widgets. In case if anyone into data engineering activities, Azure data engineering or AWS or Google Cloud data engineering, there we have something called widgets, also called as parameters. Those widgets require few specific Python expressions, Python code. Next, data engineers, we use Python for data cleansing and conditional data handling operations. Like we have something called merge. In our Python course, we have something called merge concepts, joins concepts, data sets, analytics. These are very much helpful for the participants for Power BI and Azure data engineering. Same way for data scientists. Yes, we use Python for implementation. We use Python for implementation of machine learning, and AI, artificial intelligence. We use Python for deep learning activities and mining, data mining concepts. There are nice, powerful techniques in Python for data scientists. We call them packages, data science packages. And we use Python for matlib. One of our class examples called libraries, matrix library activities and analytics. This will be useful even for data analysts and business analysts as well. Same way for developers. We use Python. We use Python for solving business critical, complex logic activities. Yes, here it is. We use Python for implementing multi-threading, something called as polybase, which is actually for the purpose of data gathering, dynamic data consolidations, and so on. Multi-threading, something called exception handling, etc. Mainly for end-to-end implementations, we can make use of Python. So in our course, we need to balance the concepts carefully, making sure it should be useful for everyone. And for every concept, there would be assignments. You submit them on time, you get more additional items for weekends. My complete support for your learning. Request you to practice on time throughout the course is my only request. With this information, now any clarifications or questions, you would reach me. Glad to assist you. And I said I'll be showing you one interface for machine learning, right? With Python. Let me show you that information here. Just wait. I said Python we can use for machine learning and AI, right? I was mentioning it in the notepad few minutes back. This one. Where it is? Where is that interface? Let me show you. Here it is. Azure Machine Learning and AI Insights. We'll be having good amount of hands-on in our classes as per the course curriculum. And do let me know for doubts, clarifications, material, examples, I'll take care. Practice concepts, please take care on time. So the technical advantages or technical highlights of our classes are completely step by step, neatly put. So there should be a logic, there should be an order. One concept to another concept, there should be a link. I mean, our classes would be like a easy to understand chemistry class, not a history class. I mean, there would be dependencies. To enjoy the dependencies, need your support on time practice. Further questions, clarifications, if any, you can contact me directly on my number or through my LinkedIn profile. Or you may reach our team for more details. Make sure we have time. Make sure you plan your time accordingly for the best out of the course. I shall wait for your clarifications, questions, if any. Glad to assist you. Please feel free to contact us for questions, clarifications. We are into box 9 from our menu item at our school. Box 9 Python, which is very much useful for Snowflake, data analyst Power BI, or data engineers, anyone, everyone, including programmers, developer activities. Thank you. Have a nice time. Thank you so much.